So glass bending is a theory fans have wondered for a long time in Avatar. It'd be another subset of earth bending, and if it was possible, it'd be crazy. So the fandom has kind of created its own thoughts on this form of bending, and the information from this video will be linked down below. So glass bending would be a specialized subskill of earth bending that would allow an earthbender to create and bend processed glass substances similar to bending regular earth. Glass itself in Avatar was supposedly discovered by ancient sandbenders when the sand itself was superheated to a certain degree, and it uses a concurrent use of earthbending and sandbending. Although an earthbender with some degree of sandbending can also grasp the skill, but glassbenders would be able to create glass by superheating the sand around them to a temperature of near 4,000 degrees. Only sandbenders had been known for thousands of years to be able to bend glass, at least at a very minor degree, so the fans kinda gave it its own backstory by sort of creating a character called Tum Guan. He was a member of Kuvira's Earth Empire, well sort of, but also a member of the Republic City Police Force, so in 154 AG, Tum Guan was dispatched to a large robbery committed by the Triple Threat Triads. He arrived just as the bomb destroyed the top of the buildings around him, and seeing the glass falling from the buildings and having no time to rescue the unconscious civilians, he tried one last thing. That being to focus on the pieces of glass, and was able to stop them long enough for the other police to arrive. He would also later build the city of Lao Bao in the Siwang Desert, where it became the first place in the world to learn how to glass bend. Most of the citizens are taught first earthbending, then sandbending, and finally how to bend glass. Tum Guan first taught his children to do a similar trick to lava bending, spinning the sand in one place so fast that the friction superheated the sand, effectively making it a glass substance. The more they used the technique, the more impure the glass became. He continued testing his children to use it until they were able to bend even glass with the smallest traces of earth in it. But because of the limitation of needing to be a sandbender to have proficiency in this skill, regular earthbenders would only have a small amount of control. But for Guan himself, he was only able to keep glass shard still for a short amount of time, but after learning sandbending, he could bend glass more vigorously. But going back to that concurrent use of earthbending and sandbending, a glassbender could quickly create glass perfectly without needing to be surrounded by deserts. Tum Guan and his children mastered these abilities and basically discovered that glassbenders generally use large amounts of sand to make large amounts of glass, but a glassbending master alone is able to superheat and form glass from sand instantaneously. But some abilities a glassbender would be able to use would be creating a glass wall, glass tendrils, and glass armor, but like metal bending and its inability with metals such as platinum, sandbenders are unable to bend completely purified glass, as there would be no traces of earth left, and unlike earth and metal, glass can't be molded into another shape. It's also more useful in offense rather than defense, and it's difficult for one bender to compress and strengthen a glass substance on their own, so it most likely requires two people to do it, like it would for regular earthbenders to compress substances like coal, but because of this, a glassbender would be vulnerable if glass were worn as armor. But that's just a lot of fan information shit, but in the Kyoshi novels, Yoon the false avatar is kind of able to do it, but not really. Like, his earthbending is on a whole other level, and Bro could earthbend like a waterbender, so it could technically be considered glassbending, but at the same time, it might not. But overall, what do you think? Could any of this be possible? Would they add glassbending as a new subset of earthbending, and could we see it in a future Avatar project, or is this just a fan theory that'll never happen? Let me know down below. But if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more from me, go check out my other channels and go follow me on TikTok. But with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.